In the previous video, we have created a React web application. So in this video, we are going to see what is in our project. So let's open package.json. Package.json is a JSON file which defines some of the properties for our project, such as name, version, private, and dependencies. Dependencies are the plugins or libraries used by our project, and we can install any other libraries and plugins for our project using npm or yarn. Next property is scripts. Scripts define some command which we can run using npm or yarn. So let's close this for now. And readme.md is a preview file or markdown file. Press Ctrl Shift V and we can see the preview. Here we can write documentation for our project and push it to GitHub. Close this. And next is packagelock.json. Packagelock.json file is related to the packages or node packages, and we don't edit this file because this file is automatically generated using package.json. So close this. And next is .gitignore. .gitignore is used by Git. So the paths which are entered here or which are typed here are ignored by the Git when we are pushing our code to the GitHub or any other Git. And let's close this. And next is src. Src folder has our main code such as JavaScript code or our CSS files or any other images, etc. And the public directory has the index.html file, and index.html file is a simple HTML file which has a division with id equal to root. So React application injects the code here in division id equal to root. In this division, the React application is going to inject the code. So close this and close this. And node underscore modules, this contains all the plugins and the libraries used in our project. Close. And .vs code is files or settings used by the Visual Studio Code. Also close this. Let's inspect what is in src. In src, main file is index.js. This file is what runs first in our React application. The first line of code is import React from React, and this is mandatory for our React application. And next is import React DOM from React DOM. DOM is document object model, which is used by JavaScript to manipulate HTML elements. And next is import /index.css. Now index.css is a simple CSS file with some CSS properties. Here we can define our CSS code. Also close this. And next is import app from /app. Now open app.js, and app.js defines a function-based components. In React, there are two different kinds of components, that is function-based components and class-based components. And it's our choice to define either of them, and we can use both of them. Go back to index.js. React DOM.render. In React DOM.render, we pass React.strict mode, and in React.strict mode, we pass our component app. And the meaning of React.strict mode is that it enables some extra checks and warnings in the code, so it can find some potential problems in our code. And the second argument of the React DOM.render is document.getElement by id root. So this code finds an HTML element with id equal to root, which is in our public index.html. So here is the division id equal to root in our index.html file. React DOM.render finds this element with id equal to root and injects our component app there. Close index.html and go to app.js. For now, let's omit some extra code, and this code is JSX, that means XML is written in JavaScript code. And also omit class name. We have simple division. Let's write some simple text React application and save. Go back to our browser and see here the text has appeared without reloading. So if we change something and save it, change is automatically reflected in the browser.